Why should lawyers care about Google Ads? In this video, I'm going to be going through some of the benefits of running Google Ads if you're the owner of a law firm or marketing director of a law firm. A lot of people think that this platform is like dead for lawyers because it's in maturity, but platforms that are in maturity just require creativity and customization in order to see results in a competitive marketplace. So Jay Ruane, founder of FirmFlex, if you guys haven't heard my podcast interviews with Jay Ruane on the Lawyer Marketing Lab podcast, please check that out. On that podcast, told me he spends 50% of his firm's budget on Google Ads. And what's interesting to me about that is he has built up such a brand. And when you build up a brand like Jay Ruane has, especially in the DUI niche in Connecticut, you'd think that he would kind of like back off from Google Ads. But the truth is, no matter how much branding you do, sometimes people are going to forget, even if you're like the choice in your market, in the heat of the moment when someone is in need, especially a potential client for a lawyer, sometimes just going to go to Google. It happens for us all the time. We market to lawyers with our Google Ads, and still we can do all the branding, speeches, give out free books. We could do everything in the world. But sometimes when they're at the peak of frustration with their marketing, lawyers will also go online and type in lawyer marketing company or lawyer Google Ads company, whatever. So even lawyers do this. And I also want to say something a little controversial. This word of mouth wave, this referral wave that you've been riding on is crashing in the wave of the internet. So this is why lawyers should care about Google Ads. Again, I'm going to go into the benefits, some things that you need to be thinking of that differentiate Google from all of the other marketing platforms out there in today's competitive marketplace. So number one, I think this is the biggest benefit of Google Ads, negative keywords. You can actually exclude your ads from showing up for all of the searches that you don't want to show up for. You can't do that on SEO. If you start ranking on SEO for words like divorce lawyer in your market, there's no way to stop your website from showing up when people type in pro bono divorce lawyer or free divorce lawyer or legal aid divorce lawyer. You can't exclude your website from showing up on Google Maps or in the organic section of Google via SEO. So that's one thing I love about Google Ads is the control you have of preventing your website from generating calls from potential clients that you never wanted to deal with in the first place. Next is you can target your ads by keywords and demographic. Okay? I'm not just saying demographic, I'm saying keywords and demographics. You can target by demographics on all of the social media platforms. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. You can target demographics. But Google is the only platform where you can actually target people when they're typing in certain keywords and their demographic filters. Now, I'm not saying that Google's demographic filters are perfect, definitely not saying that, but I am saying that it's the only platform, Bing also falls within that bucket, that you can target what people are typing in and their demographics. So that's another thing that I love about Google, and you should care about it because, again, it gives you control over who calls your firm. Next is you can cater your ads to specific devices, right? Again, this comes back to the SEO versus Google Ads dichotomy, right? So on SEO, right, if you start getting your website to rank organically in your market, you can't make your website rank more for people on mobile devices than you can people searching on desktop. What if you know through all of your data collection in Google Ads that your worst leads come from desktop? Well, you can't optimize to that. I mean, you could try doing like, mobile AMP pages and, maybe show up more on mobile, but there's no way to black and white control what device user is going to see your website through SEO. So I love that with Google Ads, you can completely go all in, push all the chips in on the devices that work best for your practice area and your market. Another thing is Google Ads is the only way to get your law firm's map listing to show up on within the top 3 or 4 on Google Maps overnight. It's the only way to do it. And Google Maps is where we've found a lot of the best leads come in from, because there's no extra information. They're bottom of funnel leads who are literally looking for directions or a phone number. And if you can get your Google ads to show up within that map pack, it is a game changer for most law firms. That's another reason lawyers should care about Google ads, is because most lawyers serve a local market, and Google Maps is the best way for people in your local market to find you. The next benefit of Google ads is the immediate data collection, okay? And the ability to make rapid pivots. The thing that I don't like about, and this applies to any paid advertising platform really, is you can't really make rapid pivots with your SEO strategy. It takes so long for your website to actually start ranking for keywords that you put up, a long time ago. By the time you start ranking for certain keywords, it's like you have to go through another year to see if the changes that you make today actually reflect in, your website showing up for different search terms. So I love the immediate data, the immediacy of Google ads, because it allows you to learn fast, collect that data, and make immediate pivots. The next benefit of Google ads that I love for lawyers is the fact that Google ads clicks convert at a much higher rate than SEO clicks. The reason is people who are clicking on Google ads are usually more bottom of funnel, and they're more ready to go, ready to sign up with a lawyer than people that come in through blog posts via your SEO. So usually you'll get a much lower conversion rate on people who find your website via SEO than those who find your website via a Google ad. Obviously, another benefit of Google ads is it can get you immediate phone calls, right? There's few and far between platforms that exist out there that can get you immediate phone calls. And which leads to my next point, is that the leads from Google ads are way higher quality than lead aggregators. Lead aggregators, when I say that, I mean third-party websites that you purchase leads from. So you can buy all the leads you want, but what I've noticed is that Google ads really differentiate you from the competition. When you get a phone call from a prospective client and they saw your Google ad, they had to click on that ad, they had to go to your landing page or your website, and then they had to pick up their phone and call you. Whereas with these third-party lead aggregators where you buy leads, sometimes the leads are going to be reaching out to many, many attorneys, or just blindly submitting their information for a consultation, and then 15 attorneys reach out to them all at the same time, and pretty much whoever responds first wins. So I've noticed that the leads from Google ads are much higher quality. We definitely know this from our company. When we receive a lead from our Google ad campaign, in our company, we have a habit of dropping everything we're doing to service that lead, because we have a 45% conversion rate on those leads because they're so bottom of funnel and ready to go. Another benefit of Google ads, why you should care, is that paying to play is where every marketing platform is going, including Google. Right? So just like on Facebook, you barely see organic posts anymore. Well, that same thing is projected to start happening at a higher rate on Google, to where perhaps they're going to start monetizing the organic results in SEO in some way. And you want to be ahead of the trend, already in the habit of paying to play, because that is where the trends are going. And last but not least, for all the leads that you generate from Google ads for your law firm, you don't have to pay referral fees to other lawyers. Now, this applies to every marketing platform, obviously, but if you're a PI lawyer and you are depending on other firms to refer you cases, that adds up over time. It's great to do because there's no risk, but if you can pull in cases for a dollar amount less than what you would refer, what you would end up quote unquote spending for a case that was referred to you, I would do that every day, because then you get to own that lead's data. You get to build trust with that lead through your brand rather than someone else recommending you. Ultimately, it gives you the control as to what cases you want to refer out to other lawyers versus what you want to take on in-house. With SEO, I know I'm kind of it may seem as though I'm talking down on SEO. I'm not. SEO is very, very powerful. It just has less control capabilities than Google ads for lawyers. Now, with Facebook ads, you can get the lowest cost per lead. So it's definitely not a matter of, cost when it comes to Facebook ads competing against Google ads. You can get a low cost per lead, but you watch. If you've ever done a Facebook ad campaign as a lawyer, the response rate's going to be really low, and the chance of that lead being qualified is going to also be really low. In PI, you run into tons of statute of limitation problems because the leads are being served an ad disruptively versus them going onto Google right after they had a car accident, as an example. So, LinkedIn is another choice. Really only works if you're marketing to other lawyers. But Google Ads specifically is such a good platform for you to get in front of your target market. Just make sure, if you're going to go into it, that you take control. Control is the number one thing you need to be focused on with your Google ad campaign, so you don't waste money and so that you only show your ads to the people that you want to show your ads to. So I hope you found value in this video. Again, why should you care about Google ads is the topic of this video. So watch this again if you feel that you haven't been caring about Google ads. If you've abandoned this platform, if you've tried it a couple times and then turn it off, and tried a couple times and then turn it off, and keep cycling through this black and white, light switch on and off relationship with Google ads, you need to stop the madness, get consistent, work with someone that you trust that's going to set up a long evergreen strategy for your firm, and believe me, you will not regret it. It is not too late to master Google ads, and quite frankly, it'll never be too late. It's Google's biggest revenue generator. They're a publicly traded company. They're trying to make more money for their shareholders. They are going to make Google ads work for businesses, for lawyers, for every business. They're going to make it easier. They're going to make it better. And there is no reason to abandon this platform regardless of how much branding activity you're doing. So subscribe to our YouTube channel if you found value in this content, and I'd love to give you more value in our future videos. Also, if you want to download our new Lawyer PPC book, the title of the book is PPC for Lawyers, Not Dummies. Go to lawyerppcbook.com and download your free copy of our new book, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.